Hi everyone, welcome back to Dynamic Pilates TV. I am Tiffany and I am going to lead you through a class that features a no springs flow. The majority of the class we will be doing with no springs, but we will still be using some springs in the beginning. So this class is called No Springs, No Bitching, and is the last class that I am teaching before the new year. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. What we're gonna start with, you're gonna need a soft Pilates ball. You're also going to need a Pilates box, and of course your reformer. And we are going to start on one medium spring on my reformer. That is one red. Hold on. So you're gonna wanna make sure your straps are on and ready to go. We are gonna start by warming up the core. Grab that soft Pilates ball. It does not have to be as big as this one. I am 5'10", so I do prefer the bigger size myself. We're gonna start with some seated curls. So again, I'm on that medium spring. Let's bring the ball right behind your low back right here like this. My heels are on my platform. Now I want you to recline into the ball. Think about cinching your ribs to your hips, pressing that low back into the ball. So you hollow out that Pilates scoop right there. Now we're gonna bring your hands behind your head, elbows are wide. I want you to inhale, recline into the ball, and then exhale, take it up and over. You really want to exaggerate that Pilates scoop. So as you come up, I want you to hollow out those abdominals, cinch the ribs to the hips, and curl over. Imagine your spine is a giant capital C shape. So you want to exaggerate the curve and the round in that spine. Let's go for 7 more. Exhale, hollow out those abs as you lift for 7. Inhale back, deflate the abs and curl for 6. I always love to start with a little bit of core. I feel it kind of dials it in, gets it engaged, gets it switch on before you start the rest of the class. Give me 4 more for 4 and 3. Curling up and over for 2. Last one right here. 1. Now take it back halfway. Hold it right here. Tiny little pulses, pulse it here for 10 and 9. Maintaining that scoop. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to scoop my butt forward, and the ball is now going to come between my shoulder blades like this. Bringing my feet up onto that foot bar. Good. Now find that Pilates scoop. Cinch your ribs to your hips, pressing the low back now into the carriage. My elbows are going to stay down at first. I just want to kind of find my jump right here like that. Exhale as you lift. Exhale, lift. Good. Think about zipping up a pair of high-waisted jeans with no stretch. So you zip up and then you draw those abs in tight. So think up and in. Give me 5 more for 5. Lifting from that pelvic floor for 4. I want you to try and target those deep, deep transverse abdominal muscles. 2 more. You got it. Now let's bring your hands behind your head for 10. If you cannot maintain that scoop and you feel that low back starting to lift, go back to with the elbows down, okay? I'd rather you keep the elbows down and be able to really target and engage those deep transverse abdominals than have your hands high and you don't feel the work. It's building blocks. Once you can maintain that core connection, and then with the arms lifted, then you can continue with this harder variation. Let's go for 3 more. For 3, 2, last one right here, 1. Now we're going to keep the legs long, just the ankles. Gets a little bit more intense right here. Give me 8 more for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, from here, reach back and grab your straps. It's not the easiest way to grab them, that's for sure. All right, you can either have your hands here like this, or you can even grab like this. It's totally up to you. I'm gonna start with the longer loops, and if I feel like I need a little bit more tension, I'm gonna grab a little bit higher. So I'm gonna scoop my butt forward just a little bit, float your legs off of that foot bar. We're kind of in a teaser position. Now keeping the legs where they are, just practice lowering the arms down. We're gonna inhale as the hands return, and I want you to exhale, lower down. Now, when you exhale, lower those arms down, I want you to really think about contracting the core. Now, if you want to add to it, as the arms reach up, extend the legs out. Do you feel that? And then exhale, use those abs to draw it in. Give me 7 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lengthen. Fire those deep abs right here. Exhale, tuck. You've got it. We're only about 1 minute into class, and my core is already shaking. You've got to give me 4 more. Here we go. For 4, deflate those abs right there. For 3, you've got it. 2, last one right here. 1, now keep the arms here, just the legs. Reach and tuck for 6. Reach and tuck for 5. Use those deep abs to draw those knees in. For 4, are we feeling the burn? For 3, 2, last one, 1. Whoo! Nice job. Okay, so ditch your straps for a second. We're going to take the ball out. And now, it's chilly down here. The ball is going to come between my calves right there like that. This is my favorite hundreds breathing variation. If you've taken my classes before, you know I do this a lot. I'm going to bring the straps over the arches of my feet. I'm still on that medium spring. All right. Oh, I just rolled over my hair. All right. So from here, bring your hands behind your head. Elbows are wide. Lift up into that C curve. Good. So now we're just going to lower the legs down to about a 45-degree angle and then bring them right back up. I want your head heavy in your hands. I don't want the neck having any strain. Take an inhale as you lower and an exhale as you lift. Now let's talk about the core. As you lift right here, I want you to use those abs to create the lift. This is not for your legs. The legs are just going along for the ride, and the springs are barely supporting the weight of the legs. So you should really feel this in your core. Inhale, take it down, deflate the abs. Now squeeze the ball as you lift. Squeezing the ball is going to add a little bit more intensity in that core. You've got to exhale, squeeze, and lift. Let's go for 4 more. You're doing great. Deep abs right there. Woo! You've got it. Just 2 more. Now on this next one, I want you to take it down and hold it at a 45. Pause, not too low. You should be able to keep that low back down. Reach the hands forward. We're going into hundreds breathing right here. Start pumping those arms. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Now if you want to add to it, slowly lower for 5 and slowly lift for 5. You've got it. Deep abs. Inhale, lower. Let's squeeze the ball as we lift right there. Woo! How are those abdominal muscles? Are they shaking? You've got this. Give me just 3 more. Hang in there. We're not done. You've got it. 2 more. So good. Keep going. Last one right here. Bring the hands behind your head. Let that neck have a break. Draw the knees in. We're going to go into some tucks, okay? So you're going to inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, tuck it in. As we come in, let's add a little butt lift right there. Inhale, lengthen, squeeze the ball, deflate the abs, exhale, and lift. Give me 8 more right here for 8. Can you feel that core? Whoo! And 7. You've got this. For 6. Nice job. 5, use those deep transverse abs to create that lift. Final 4, deflate the abs, scoop and lift. Final 3, deflate the abs, scoop and lift. 2, you've got this. Now on this last one, bring it in, hold it in, little lift. Here we go, just lift and lift. Give me 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take those straps out. Ditch the straps for a second. Now, we're going to bring the ball underneath our butt, okay? So as what you do, you take the ball. I want you to stand into your foot bar. Try not to let the carriage open too much. And bring the ball right behind your pelvis. So you should make sure that you're nice and centered. You're going to feel a little high centered on the ball. Bring the knees into tabletop. Now grab your straps. You can grab long. I like to grab just about the center right here like this, okay? So keeping the knees in tabletop, try not to let the knees come too close to the body. So my kneecaps are directly over my hips and I start to feel the core right away. So first, let's just practice the arms, lowering the arms down, keeping those knees in tabletop position. Now let's exhale as we lower. Now, if you want to add to it, as the hands return, lengthen the legs long. Do you feel those abs? Exhale, draw those knees in. Good. You don't have to bring them in too far. I would just bring them right to about there, because after that, you don't feel the work as much. You've got this. We have 6 more right here. Deflate the abs as you draw those knees in for 6. Lengthen the legs long. Make sure those ribs stay connected. Can you feel that core? You are stabilizing in that trunk to balance. Now, if you're having a hard time balancing on that ball, your ball might have too much air in it. So you want to make sure your ball is nice and squishy. The firmer the ball and the more air in the ball, the harder this is going to be. Now hold it right here. Hands are not going to move, just the legs. Here we go. 8. Reach the toes beyond the foot bar. Exhale, draw it in for 7. I want you to think about contracting the core to draw those knees in. For 6, you've got it. How are we doing? For 5, I looked over and almost lost my balance. For 4, nice job. 3, can you feel those deep abs? Final 2, last one right here. 1, nice job. Carefully ditch your left strap, okay? Now, you're going to bring the strap over your right foot like this, and then just extend the other leg long. Grab onto the pegs. It's going to help you balance. Good. Now, make sure the abdominals are tight. That core is connected. Let's just practice a scissor, taking it down. This is one of my favorite exercises. I also really love doing this on the half barrel and also a foam roller. This feels really good with your hips elevated. So we're just practicing this movement here, holding onto those pegs, maintaining a nice strong core connection. Now, I want everyone to go back into the scissor, strap foot down like that. Now, pause. We're going to circle both legs around, bringing the strap foot back over your face. Good. Inhale as you scissor. Exhale, circle. Ending with the strap over the face. Inhale, scissor. Exhale, circle. Now I'm holding on tight to those pegs and I'm connecting in that shoulder girdle. So I stay nice and steady. Remember, the shoulder girdle is a part of the core. So if that shoulder girdle is not connected, you're not connecting to that core. We're going to do one more right here. Good. Now, soften that knee, bring the other strap on, try not to fall off. I taught this a bunch yesterday and no one fell off, but I'm always a little bit worried someone might fall off. Coming into frog here. So we're going to lengthen the legs long. Exhale, bring it right back in. So this is just a transition exercise to take us to the other side, but you're also really going to start to feel that core. Squeeze those heels together as you lengthen. Keep squeezing as you come back in. Lengthen one more time and back in. Let's go into circles. So we're going to lower down, stay connected in the core, rotate from the hips to turn the toes out. Stay within the tension of the ropes right here. So you're going to feel the work as you lower it down right there and then circle, opening up those hips. 2 more this way. Last one. And let's reverse. Here we go. We're here for 6. Good. Switch on that core right there. You're going to feel it. And up. Use those abdominal muscles to lift the legs up. Right here. Let the legs be heavy. Use those abs to lift. 3 more here. Two more. Last one right here. This is it. All right, now take the right strap off. We're going to go into the other leg and then extend the free leg long. So we're going to do 5 scissors. Just practicing the scissor, getting a nice stretch behind that strapped leg for 4, 3, 2. Now, this one, scissor, pause. Circle both legs around so the strap foot ends right on top, right there like that. Inhale, scissor. Exhale, circle. You've got it. 3 more like that. Inhale, scissor. Exhale, circle. Staying connected in that core. Activating that glute right there as you press. And scissor. Just 1 more right here. You've got it. Go ahead and take that strap off. I want you to stand into your foot bar to take that ball out. Now I want to warm up our legs just a little bit more because the next flow after this, that no springs flow, is pretty intense on those legs. So I want to get them nice and warmed up. So I'm going to do a red and a green. Go to the spring tension that you use for your feet and straps, for your reformer. A red and a green is a medium and a heavy, but I also keep my ropes pretty long. So you do what you normally do. All right, so have that soft Pilates ball nearby because we are going to use it. We're going to lay back down. All right, bring your feet into your straps. I use the short loops. I like it just a little bit heavier, but I do also keep my ropes pretty long. All right, go ahead and extend those legs up. Tailbone is heavy. Now this is for the legs, okay? So I want you to switch on those glutes as you lower the legs down, and then keeping that tailbone heavy, let those feet come back up, not letting the butt lift. As I lower my feet down, I'm really trying to be careful to not let those ribs open and the low back to lift. Once that happens, I no longer have control in my core. So just be mindful of that. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as it comes right back up. Let's go into dolphin tail. So I'm going to lower down and parallel. I'm going to keep my knees and ankles together. As I draw my knees into my chest, the rope slightly come to the outside, and then I extend the feet up. Inhale as you lower. Draw the knees in and extend up. You've got it. Inhale as you lower. Same thing, keeping those ribs connected, maintaining that neutral pelvis. Let's go for about 2 more. We're doing a total of 6. Last one. All right, now we're going to go into circles. We're going to do 6 each direction. So I'm going to lower and parallel first, pause, rotate from the hips to turn the toes out, and then you continue the circle. Take a great big inhale as you lower. Switch on those glutes right here to initiate that rotation. And circle. 4 more here. Don't forget to breathe. You should feel the work right here. It should be intense enough that you do feel those glutes and hamstrings working, but not so intense that you feel it on the backs of your knees. And now we're going to reverse for 6. We're going to take it out and draw the inseams of your leggings together. Feet are in parallel as they come up. Opening out to an external rotation in those hips, drawing the heels together, and then the ankles and toes. So you want to try and move or try and use the glutes as much as you can. Those inner thighs definitely are dominant here, but if you think about using your glutes as well, it's going to take a little strain out of those inner thighs. We have 2 more right here. Breathe however you want to breathe. Just consistently keep breathing. All right, now I want you to pick up that ball if you still have it nearby, and it's going to come, where is she? It's going to come between my knees like this. If your headrest is up like mine, let's go ahead and lower it. All right, so we're going to stay in parallel, obviously, because we have that ball. Already I feel those inner thighs. Give me 10 extensions right here for 10. Lifting from that pelvic floor as you squeeze for 9. I'm going to bring my headrest up for a second, a little bit of a head cold. For 8, and having my head down, I get stuffy. For 7, squeezing that ball. Do you feel those inner thighs? Yes, we're here for 6. You've got this, my friends. For 5. Whew, if you're joining me live, we are at the tail end of 2022. We made it, you guys. Whew, I am excited for next year. I'm always excited for the next year. Bring it in halfway, hold it here. Still squeezing, little presses, and press, and press. We're here for 8 and 7. 6. Keep squeezing for 5, 4, 3. Do you feel the burn? 2, 1. Hold it here. Now just squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Here we go for 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Yes. 2, 1. Ouchie. Woo! We're not done. Now, if you brought your headrest back up like me, the girl with the head cold, lower it back down. We're going to go into short spine with this ball, okay? So you lengthen the legs long. Fold at the hips. Press into the backs of your arms to lift up, up, up. Now bend your knees. Bring your knees and that ball right over your nose. Still squeezing the ball. We're going to roll it down. Lengthen those legs long. How are those inner thighs? Scoop those abs as you take it up, up, up. Good. Now right here, maintain this lift. No collapsing right there. Draw the knees. Bring them right over your shoulders. And then exhale, rolling down. Now for the next 3, we're going to reverse it. So you bend at the knees. And now from here, I want you to roll up. Right there. You've got it. And then we're going to roll right back down. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring it back in. Use those deep abs. Curl up, up, up. Good. And roll down, 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 and lengthen. One more like that. Bring it in. How are those inner thighs? Squeeze that ball. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Yes. Woo! One more. Take it down. Are we still squeezing? You've got this. Woo! Ditch that ball, my friends. Oh, those poor inner thighs. They need a little bit of a break. And lengthen those legs long up to the ceiling. Give it a little stretch. And then take them out to the sides. Hold it right there. I think we are good and warmed up. My little home filming studio has no heat, and it is freezing. It's freezing down here. Oh, but it's a beautiful day out there. Blue skies. No snow today. All right, so we're going to carefully come up from there. We're going to move our equipment around just a little bit. First thing, we are going to go to no springs. So take all those springs off. And if you happen to have a half spring on your reformer, on my Balanced Body Reformer, the half spring is a yellow spring. It's the lightest spring you can get. If you have that spring, you can do the yellow spring with all of the no spring stuff that we're going to do, and it's going to add a little bit more stability. When I taught this class yesterday to my clients, there were a couple of people who opted to use the yellow spring, and I'm totally okay with that. Now, if you have a reformer like mine, bring your foot bar all the way to the top shelf. So you basically, on all reformers, you want your foot bar to be completely vertical like this. It's going to help keep your box in place. No springs are on. We are done with this ball. So let's ditch the ball. Now we're going to bring your box on right here. So I want you to bring it up against that foot bar, and then you pull this away. So having this foot bar right here is going to help keep that box a little bit more secure and a little bit more stable. So hold on one sec, grab some water and a towel, meet me right back here. All right, welcome back. So again, we have no springs on a reformer. However, if you want to use a half spring, the lightest spring you have, you can definitely do that. Our box is on the frame, and I pulled the carriage out. So the box is on the frame and it's pressed up against our foot bar. All right, so from here, we're gonna start down on our elbows into a forearm plank like this, but a kneeling plank, okay? So you're gonna bring your arms onto your box like that. Now, I want you to open the carriage so that you're in like a downstretched position. I'm not here like this. My armpits are hollow, my abs are drawn in. It's like a diagonal from the crown of my head to my kneecaps. Maintaining this strong core, we're gonna take it out and then exhale, bring it right back in. Now, if you need to walk your elbows forward a little bit so that you have more room for that carriage, you definitely can do that. And back in. So maintaining that long spine, we take it out on the inhale, exhale, bring it right back in. We're doing a total of 8, so we have about 5 more. Take it out. Armpits are hollow, neck is long. You've got it. Whew, can you feel that? Give me just 3 more. Nice job. 2. Last one right here. 1. Now we're gonna go into a pike. If you wanna stay kneeling and just draw the knees in like this is option 1 right here. Or option 2, we're gonna stay on those elbows and I'm gonna bring my feet to about the center of my carriage. And I'm in that forearm plank right here like this. So from here, we're gonna inhale to prepare, exhale, scoop the abs, pike it up. We're here for 6. Take it down nice and slow. Exhale, deflate the abs and lift. Take it down nice and slow. A lot of core work right here. Give me 4 more. For 4, you got this. Deflate the abs and lift. For 3, think about reaching that low back up to the ceiling. 2, last one right here, deep abs. Here we go. 1, and then come down to your knees. All right, I'm gonna turn towards you. I'm gonna work the left side of my body, my left waistline, and I'm gonna start on my forearms again. I'm gonna come onto my elbows. So my left forearm, my elbow and my hand are on the box, and then the hand closest to my shoulder rest is gonna come onto the box as well, okay? So I want you to come out again right here like this, okay? So from here, keep that armpit hollow. We're gonna slide it out and back in like we just did earlier, okay? So we're maintaining from the crown of my head to my knees a nice long diagonal. Good. We're going for a total of 6, so let's go for 4 more. For 4, can you feel that bottom armpit and waistline? We're here for 3. You've got it. 2 and 1. Now, I want you to extend the top leg long. As you open the carriage, you're going to drop the hips to the floor. As you close the carriage, separate the thighs. If you want to add your arm, you can. Everything lowers, everything lifts. Give me 5 more. Take it down for 5. Whoo! And lift. Final 4. Lift. 3. Lift. 2. Whoo! Do we feel this? 1 more right here. You've got this. 1. Oh my gosh, so tough. Whew, shake out that arm. When there's no springs, you do want to be careful. I always feel like it's not during the exercise that's the most dangerous. It's the transitions because you're not paying attention when you transition. All right, so now I'm going to come to my hands like this. So my thumbs are going to be facing in. My fingertips are on the outside. So carefully, remember, you can do this on your knees if you want to. Bring your feet to the center of your carriage. All of your weight is going to be over your box, okay? Especially the hand closest to the foot bar. So my left side. And then exhale, tuck it in. We're here for 6. You've got this. Keep your weight over the box. Keep the hips lifted for 5. You don't want that butt to drop too low. Cinch the rib to the hip, draw it in for 4. You've got this. Exhale, draw it in right here for 3. So good. Here we go for 2. Last one right here. 1. Whoo! Bring your feet tandem. So the foot that's closest to my shoulder rest, that's my right foot. It's going to be in front of my left foot. We're going to go into a pike. Now, if this is too much, come down to the inside knee. Okay? So shoulders are over your hands, especially the hand closest to your foot bar, which is my left hand. I'm going to take it down. I'm going to press into that left hand and lift for 6. You've got this. Take it down. Good. Press into that left hand and lift for 5. You've got this. Hang in there. We're here for 4. So good. I know this is so challenging. For 3. If you need to add that light spring, definitely do it. 2. Last one right here. 1. Whoo, carefully turn towards your box. Come down to those knees. How we doing, you guys? All right, so catching your breath. All right, hands are on our box. We're going to bring our feet to the center right here like this. Okay, so you can either come down to your elbows or you can do it on your hands. All right, so shoulders are over your hands, round your back. Think about reaching that bra strap up to the ceiling. Push the carriage away. Use those abs to draw it in for 6. Push the carriage away. Deep abs, here we go, for 5. So good, my friends. This is taking us to the other side for 4. Can you feel those deep abs? For 3. Whoo! And 2. Last one right here. This is it. 1. catch your breath, come down to those knees. All right, so we do everything on the other side, okay? I'm turning away, I'm not watching, so you got this, you guys. All right, so we started with that side down stretch first, okay? So take your elbow, come down to the elbow and hand. And then the other hand comes on right here like this. Open up the carriage. The outside knee, my top knee kind of lifts off of the carriage a little bit. We ride it out, right back in for 6. Keep those hips lifted. That armpit is hollow. We're here for 5. Whoo! And 4. 3, you've got this, hang in there. For 2, and 1. Extend the leg long. Now, instead of maintaining that long line, this time we drop the hip and lift the hip and that leg. If you want to add the arm, we lower everything down and lift. Give me 5 more. Here we go. For 5, hollow out that armpit as you lift. We're here for 4. You've got this. Hang in there. We're here for 3. Woo! 2. Last one right here. 1. Nice job. All right. So we come up onto our hands and we do our tucks and then our pikes. So carefully you come up. Thumbs are facing in. Fingertips are out. All right. Shift your weight to the hand closest to your foot bar, which is now my right arm. I push the carriage away and I bring it right back in for 6. Think about using those bottom obliques, cinch the ribbed hip to bring it in for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Adjust. All right, so we go into those pikes. So now my left foot is in front, my right foot is behind. And I'm going to shift my weight over to the box again, carefully dropping the hip. And then using that waist to lift it up. 5 more. Here we go. 5. And lift. 4. You've got this. Hang in there. 3. You're going to get a break after this. 2. Last one right here. 1. Woo! Step off oh so carefully. How you doing? Grab some water and a towel. We're going to now approach the reformer from the box, but quick, I need a sip of water. Welcome back. So now we're going to come onto the box from this angle right here, okay? So carefully, you're going to come up here like this. Now this is where some of my clients chose to add some spring, to add that half spring. It's totally up to you. We're going to start at an easier level and slowly build. So first, I want you to bring your carriage home. Now my hands are about the center of my carriage, okay? I'm gonna take it out to a that same down stretch position, kind of a kneeling plank. And we're gonna hold it right here like this. So draw those abs in. Just practice sliding it out and in. I'm gonna bring my hands a little farther out. So take an inhale, exhale, bring it in. We're here for 6. Let's go for 5 more. Here we go. For 5, whew, 4, 3, keep that tummy in tight. 2, armpits are hollow, lifting from that pelvic floor. 1, now the next option, we're gonna do a pike like this. So you can either stay on your knees like this, or if you want it to be a little bit more challenging, you're gonna come to your toes and you're gonna do a tuck, okay? So walk the carriage out, right here like this, and we're gonna draw it in, tuck like a ball. Inhale, lengthen, whether you're on your knees or your toes. You're initiating the carriage closing by drawing those abs in. Just 3 more. Here we go, for 3. So good, you guys. Come down to those knees if you need to. For 2, I don't want to feel any strain in that neck or in that back. 1, and bring it home. Whoo! All right. It is so hard. All right, now I'm going to turn my knees to face you. I'm going to work the right side of my body first. So I'm going to feel my waist that's closest to my shoulder rest, which is my right shoulder rest. Okay, so very similar to what we just did. Fingertips are going to be facing the shoulder rest, but this time my knees are facing the side. we're gonna come out to that side down stretch plank. So a side kneeling plank. Shift your weight to your back hand, okay? Slide it out and in. We're here for 6. 5. You've got this. We're here for 4. Whew. 3. Can you feel it right here? 2. Last one right here. This is it. 1. Now, bring it home. I'm going to walk my hands in just a little bit. So practice taking it out, pressing into the backhand, lift the hips, bring it in. One more practice, then we're going to add a little spice. Okay, so now as I open the carriage, I'm going to extend the top leg. I'm going to go into a push-up and bring it back in. I want your weight in that back hand. Take it out, push up, and back in. 3 more. Here we go. Take it out, push up. Those abdominals have to be drawn in so tight, you guys. Woo! Oh, I lost an ear pod. Just one more right here. This is it. Woo! And in. It happens all the time. Okay, now we're not done with that right side. So now we're gonna come onto our toes. If that's too much, go back down to your knees. We're gonna do some tucks, okay? I know. Whew, it's getting tough. I'm struggling too. All right, so I bring my toes on the box. I slide it out and back in. We're here. 5 more. Here we go. 5. How you doing? Can you feel that bottom waistline? For 4. Whoo! 3. 2. Last one right here. This is it. 1. Oh, crawl back home. Ah, hold it right there. All right, from here, we're gonna turn to the other side. Checking our time. We're doing good on time. All right, so now my knees are facing this wall here. I'm going to bring, my fingertips are going to be facing my shoulder rest. I'm going to stay on my knees. All right, so I come out to that side kneeling plank right here like this. Shift your weight. Oh, my watch is hurting my hand. Shift your weight to the back hand right here like this. Slide it in and out. Make sure you keep that bottom hip lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one right here. This is it. 1. Now press into the backhand, pike the hips up. Take it out. Good. Press into the backhand, pike it up. If you want to add to it, we extend the leg, pause, push up, bring it home. You've got it. 4 more like that. Take it out. Push up, bring it home. Remember, those abdominals have to be drawn in tight. Your neck is long. Shoulders are out of your ears. Woo! You've got this. Do you have one more in you? Give me just one more right here. Woo! And bring it in. Oh, that was my pathetic little whimper. All right, we have our side tucks. Woo! And then we're moving on to some legs. All right, I've caught my breath. Here we go. Checking my ear pods. This is where they like to fall out. Okay, so my hands come right about here, and my feet are gonna come to right about the center, and I take it out. Good, I might have to walk my hands out just a hair. All right, and now I'm gonna bring it in. You've got this. Give me 5 more. For 5, really working that bottom waistline. For 4, you've got this. Come to your knees if you need to. 3, whoo! 2, last one right here. This is it. You've got this, my friends. 1, crawl it home. Find a little stretch. All right, one more no springs sequence right here. And it's only going to take a second. All right, but keep in mind, you can always add that extra light spring if you need to, okay? All right, so I'm going to be kneeling like this, okay? And now I'm going to work my right leg first. So I'm going to take my right leg and bring it onto the carriage like that. Now, if you want your bottom foot to come under that foot bar, that's totally fine too. It's up to you. Hips are square, shoulders are square. You're going to ride it out, and then you press into the carriage heel, bring it back in. Let's add some arms so you weigh that foot down just a little bit more. Nose, knees, and toes. Switch on the glute, bring it home. Can you feel that right leg? It is pretty intense. It doesn't look nearly as challenging as it is, but I definitely feel that. We have 7 more. We're doing a total of 10. Nose, knees, and toes. Bring it right back in. Now, the more I press into my carriage heel right here, the more I feel that hamstring and glute work. You've got it. Here we go. For 4, 3, 2. Last one right here. This is it. 1. All right, now we're going to come up onto our toe instead of our knee, okay? So be oh so careful. I'm going to bring my hands to my shoulder blocks for a little bit of balance, and then my foot comes to that box. Now I'm just going to ride it out and in. Find your balance. If this is where you're going to stay, that is totally fine. Otherwise, here we go. You can have your hands out to the side. You can reach them forward. We're here. Good. Give me 9 more. Or you can add that extension for 9. I'm going to hop my foot forward. There we go. 8. Can you feel that right leg? It is pretty intense. For 7, you've got that. Now, nose, I want you to think nose, knees, and toes. For 6, we're almost there, you guys. How is that leg? We're here for 5. If it is too much, bring your hands back down. Perhaps add that spring. For 4, you can always pause this video, add the spring, and then jump right back in. 3. Oh, can we do 2 more? 2. This is it right here. We've got this, my friends. 1. Oh. Find that box. Whew. Catch your breath if you need it. Left leg. I told you it was a quickie. Left leg. Nose, knees, and toes. Right here like this. Just practice taking it out and back in. When we hinge forward, we're going to weigh that foot down a little bit more. So you're going to feel that glute. Do you want to add the arms? Here we go. We're here for 8. Good. Find that long extended spine right there for 7. Remember, we need to press into the carriage heel as we come up to really deepen that burn. 5 more for 5, 4. You've got this. 3, 2. Last one right here. 1. Whoo! Are you ready? We've got this. It takes about 30 seconds. That's it. Then you're going to get a good solid minute break after this, okay? So you bring your hands to your shoulder blocks. All right. Box foot is on. Practice riding it out and back in. Just practicing, finding my balance. Now, here we go. Let's go. 8. Spine is long. Nose, knees, and toes. For 7. I'm staying in that hinge. For 6. Whew, and I'm staying down in that knee bend. For 5. Almost there, my friends. Hang in there. Here we go. For 4, do not quit on yourself. Believe in yourself right here. For 3, yes, you can do hard things. 2, last one right here. 1. See, I knew you could do it. Whoo! Take a step off of there. Catch your breath. Whoo! Give yourself some water. Grab a towel if you need it. Meet me right back here. All right, welcome back. So we're going to change our equipment around just a little bit. We want to go to that light spring that you have. Pick the lightest spring that you have. I'm going to go with my yellow. So the foot bar is going to stay right where it is. I'm just going to bring the carriage in, add my yellow spring, and then I'm going to take the box and bring it right back to where it was. So to do that, I push it up against that foot bar, and then I pull the carriage out like that. So this flow has a little bit of legs and obliques in it, okay? I got hair in my ear pods, microphone. All right. So how about we get started? So carefully, you're going to come up onto your box. Keep in mind, it is really light. So whenever you stand up, you want to be as careful as possible. I'm going to start with my left leg so that I can face you. However, if you want to do the other leg, you can do the other leg too, because we did just end on the left leg. All right, so my left foot is going to come up onto the box. We're going to do sets of 10, okay? So while you're resting, I'll kind of show you this first. So first one we're going to do is just a regular lunge like this for 10. Then the next set, we're going to lunge forward like that. And then the carriage comes home. I tap the foot bar, staying low in that left knee bend. I lift the other leg. And we do that for 10 like that. Are you ready? Here we go. All right, so first, we're just going to do the easy lunge. Shoulders are square, hips are square. I'm going straight down. I'm not going back at all. Lift from the pelvic floor, bring it up for 10. You've got this. We're here for 9, 8. Good. I want you to feel the entire thigh. Switch on the glute as you lift. 7, 6, 5, 4. You've got this. Here we go. For 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to put that little combo together. Are you ready? We lunge, and then you hinge forward as let the carriage close. Stand into that box leg and kick. Take it down. Here's 9. Find the foot bar. Stay low in that left knee. Kick. 8. Can you feel that left leg? It should be really burning. Whew. 7. Stay low in the knee bend right here. For 6. I know it hurts. We're going to get through it. We are halfway there. Here's 5. Don't quit on yourself right here. You signed up for a reason. You knew the class was called No Springs, No Bitchin'. So I think you probably knew this was not a restorative class. Woo! Just 3 more. Can you do 3 more? 3. 2. Oh, it hurts. This is it right here. Last one. 1 and kick. Whoo! How is that leg? Whoo! It hurts so good. All right. So now from here, here's where our little oblique work comes into play, okay? So you're going to bring your hands on your box like we did earlier, like this. So your feet are tandem. My working leg, my left leg is in the back, okay? So now I'm going to open the carriage like a pike. Open the carriage, take the back leg, kick to the front. As the carriage closes, kick to the back. We're doing 8. Here we go. So this is 7. Use those abs to lift the hips to draw the carriage home. For 6. Whew, you've got this. We're here for 5. So good, you guys. Lift the leg as high as you can right here. 4, 3, almost there. 2, last one right here. 1, have a seat on that box. Whew. Little arm work here, okay? So we've been working the left leg. We're going to work the left arm. So I want you to grab your strap like this. So I have to grab pretty high. We're just doing a row like that. You may not be able to extend all the way out. That is fine. I could extend all the way out, but now it just got a little bit heavier. So it's totally up to you. Shoulders are square. When the hand returns, don't do this. Okay, we're here for 10. Are you ready? Here we go. Pull it straight back for 10. Draw that shoulder blade down as you pull for 9. I want you to feel those lats. 8, lift from that pelvic floor for 7. You've got it. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one right here. This is it. 1. All right, now keep the strap handy. I'm going to turn this way like this. This leg comes up on the box, and this foot just kind of comes over like that. So holding here, we're still working that left arm. This hand is holding, this hand just cups over. Draw the shoulders down, lengthen the spine. Think about growing tall, pull, right here. So I'm kind of pressing my foot into the foot bar, and this leg is kind of pulling on the foot bar. It gives you a little bit of stability. We're going for 10. We have 8 more. Wring those abs out like a sponge. Pull with this hand more than push with that hand. You've got it. 6 more. 6. Growing tall. Here we go. For 5. You've got this, my friends. For 4. 3. 2. Last one right here. This is it. 1. Keep the strap with you. Now, I'm going to bring my hand down to my carriage. We're going to take it out. Now, I want you to really feel the lats right here of this top waist. The lats, okay? It's not the most challenging exercise, but if you focus on those lats, you're going to feel it. So we're going to open the carriage and lift. I want it heavier, so I'm going to grab about here. So now as I open the carriage, don't use this hand to push the carriage out. Use this hand to pull the strap, which pulls the carriage out and up. Okay, so I'm not using my bottom hand. The top hand is pulling. Do you feel those lats? You should definitely feel those lats. Draw the shoulder blade down. We're going for 10. So we have 6 more right here. You've got this, my friends. For 6. Nice job. For 5. Really think about drawing it straight down. For 4. How we doing? For 3. 2. Last one right here. This is it. Hang in there. 1. You did it. Give yourself a few seconds to recover. All we have to do is the other side, and we do a little stretch, and you're out the door. Okay? All right. So here we go to the other side. I'm walking around. So we have the right leg, 2 sets. So we have the lunges and then the combo, and then we go into the oblique and lat work. Okay? Carefully coming up. We know what we're in for. We're almost done. Hang in there. All right. I mean, it could be worse. This could be done on no springs. All right, so here we go. Just practicing our lunge, finding that glute. We have 9 more. Taking it straight down. Switch on the glute as you lift. 8. 7. 6. 5. You've got this. We're here for 4. Whew, all of my weight is in that boxed foot. For 3. 2. 1. Are you ready? Here we go. Hinge forward this time. Hinge. Bring the carriage home. Find the foot bar. Lift. 9 more. Take it down. 9. I don't even come out of that knee bend. 8. You've got this. We're getting it done. For 7, if this is your last workout of 2022, make it your best workout yet. Give me every ounce of energy that you have. Actually, don't give it to me. Give yourself every ounce of energy that you have. We have 4 more. Here we go. For 4. Whoo! 3. So good, my friends. 2. Last one right here. This is it. 1. Whew. Oh, it hurts. It hurts so good. And coming down. Whew. Find that strap. This time it's the right arm. Oh, watching my clients do that yesterday. When the exercises get really hard like that, everyone gets so quiet. I can never tell. Is it not hard or is it so hard they can't speak? I think it was so hard they couldn't speak. Square off the shoulders, lift from the pelvic floor. 10 rows for 10. I'm drawing that elbow straight back for 9. 8. How you doing? 7. Whew. For 6. How was 2022? Was it better than 2020? I bet it was. 4 more. Here we go. For 4. 3. 2. 1, but nothing is going to compare to how amazing 2023 is going to be, right? All right, so you bring that foot up. So I'm going to pull with this hand, okay? So the hand closest to your foot bar, that hand comes here, the other hand just cups over. Draw the shoulders down, twist for 10. I want your elbow to drive back. Whew, if you're in the NBA, you're elbowing somebody, this would be a foul. For 6, you've got it. Use those abs. Think about growing taller, wringing them out like a sponge. Just 3 more. For 3, whoo, 2, last one right here, friends. 1. This is it, you guys. The very last movement before we stretch. Bring your hand down to your carriage. Lengthen that top leg. Now remember, we're not going to push the carriage out. We're going to pull the carriage with the top hand. Pull that strap. 10. You've got it. 9. I'm going to bring this hand a little bit closer. Here we go. For 8. I don't want the bottom hand doing any work. It's just going along for the ride. For 7. Slightly bending that elbow of the strapped arm. For 6. And guiding that elbow, aiming it towards my hip. For 5. You've got this. Doesn't this feel good? For 4. Shoulders are out of your ears. For 3. This is it, you guys. Final 2. Last one right here. 1. Whoo! Ditch that strap. All right, let's ditch our box. Ditching the box right here. Okay, now I'm going to bring my foot bar down to the medium shelf. I want you to go to the foot bar that you would use, that height you would use for like the long stretch series, Eve's lunge. So I'm bringing it down and I'm going to go to 1 medium spring. On my reformer, that is 1 red. All right, we're just going to skip right to this stretch right here. So both of my feet are against the shoulder rests. And I'm going to take my right foot. It can either come on the platform or your foot bar. You decide, okay? All right, from here, I'm going to press the hips forward, open up that clavicle, take a great big inhale. Now exhale, we're going to push it out. And we're going to hold it here for a count of 5. If you want to walk your hands down to the frame, you can do that. Do what works best for you. Stretching is so personal and individual that I always tell people, if you want to hold it longer, hold it longer. You do you right here. If you want to do 5 reps instead of 3, definitely do that. If you want to keep your hands on the foot bar, you have to work with what you have. So if your legs are tighter than mine right now, you may not be here, and that's totally fine. When I started Pilates, you guys, I was one of those people, I ran. I was a runner, I was an athlete, I could not touch my toes, and I had a lot of back pain. And it was stretches like this that finally helped open up those hamstrings and glutes for me. I'm not naturally flexible. If I go on vacation, I don't stretch for 2 weeks, I can't touch my toes again. I'm going to do 1 more right here. So I guess we did 4. And back in. And then let's switch legs. Hips are forward. So now I feel that stretch in that hip flexor and psoas. If you have tight glutes, a lot of times you have a tight hip flexor and psoas. So I'm giving that just a little stretch. Open up that clavicle, take a great big inhale to prepare. And then exhale, take it down. Now this leg is tighter for me. So I'm not going to bring my hands to the frame on the first round. But if it opens up, I might try it on the second round. Right here like this. Everyone is put together so differently. I have very, very tight hips. I do not have a very good turnout or rotation in my hips. It's something I'm always working on. But my little girl, her legs just open. She's so flexible in her hips. And holding. And then bring it home. You guys are all done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's workout, and I hope 2022 was amazing for you, and I hope 2023 is going to be even better. Actually, I know it's going to be better. So I will see you next year.